Howdy, 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 back at it again. Today's video is going to cover spacing traps with Marisa. What are they, how to set them up, how to take advantage of them, capitalize on them, all that kind of stuff. Before we get into it though, I want to just say, hey, if you appreciate this type of content, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow it in year 2. If there's a type of content or guide that you'd like to see me create, please leave a comment, let me know so I can get on it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, spacing trap. The idea is we're going to end up at minus frames, right? And we're going to try to convince our opponent that it is a good idea to press a button. You see here we're -5 after that sequence. So they might think, oh, I want to push crouch medium kick, when in reality, that's stupid. Okay, so that's the idea. So the most common ways to set this trap up with Marisa are going to be towards heavy kick into like gladius, light punch target combo into like gladius, crouch medium punch into like gladius, and back heavy punch into like gladius. Now, a couple things to note is for the target combo and crouch medium punch, I think this is really only effective if you're close, because I don't think a lot of people are going to try to challenge from like this distance, right? That seems a little far away for people to think that they should maybe push a button. You might see like drive rush in or forward jump or something, but you're not really going to see like a crouch medium kick. So you're probably not, real happy going for that there. The other thing I want to point out is off of both the towards heavy kick and the crouch medium punch from point blank, if you crouch, their option will hit you. Low forward will hit you. From back heavy punch and the light punch target combo, you're a little further away, so that isn't the case. So you can crouch block if you would like. However, if you're just trying to smoke a button, the thing you should really go for here is stand heavy kick. Okay, this is gonna work off of all of these buttons, all these situations. It's really good against low forwards now because of the buff it received right in the last patch. Where it doesn't have the hurt box around the feet. However, if they push like a slow button, that isn't the low, and you're just mashing on it, you'll get counter hit. However, if you just delay it like a real little bit, only a couple frames, there's not an issue, right? And you get a big kind of reward for not a lot of risk, because once again, if they don't do anything, right? Let me put this back in crouch medium kick. But if they don't do anything here, and you do this, they still lose half a bar drive gauge, and you're -3. And you're actually set up for another spacing trap here, where if you just push this stand heavy kick twice in a row, you'll counter hit them again. Okay, so puts you in this really strong spot. Okay, but what if they don't push? Right? Like, what if they're just like, oh, I'm not going to push a button. I've seen this before. I know your tricks, right? Well, they kind of have to make a decision, because if they decide they just want to hold down back and be a turtle, they're going to have to block another one. And that's true after all of these, right? Like, they're going to have to block another or towards heavy kick, right? And then they lose another bar drive gauge, and they're just not in a very good situation. And, you don't have to like do gladius again. You can like drive rush cancel into command grab or something like that. So they have to make a decision, right? And know before you ask. They can't DP, right? They get hit, right? Because again, you are still -5 there. So their DP is like in the air before your hurt box even comes out. So they can't really do that there. Okay, well, what about walking back? Surely that'll get him away. Well, yeah, it gets him out of another towards heavy kick. So like, this is better than holding down back, right? But it's not that good, because again, because of the changes in the last patch, this actually triggers proximity guard now. So you can like charge it up or just do it raw. And again, they're losing like half a bar drive gauge. So the point of these spacing traps is we're forcing them to make a mistake. Now, maybe that mistake is they push a button when they shouldn't, and they get whiff punished and eat 50%, 60, 70%, depending on the space you are on the screen, and they die. Maybe that mistake is they don't push a button and they lose another bar drive gauge, and now all of a sudden they're really scared because you're going to burn them out and stun them and kill them, okay? Maybe that mistake is that they backdash, okay? Now, if you're just kind of wailing on stuff and you're not really thinking, and you're like, okay, I just want to whiff punish them, they're going to backdash and you're going to die, right? But if you're a little patient and you kind of pay attention to what their habits are, right? If they push or don't push or whatever, and we just walk forward here, guess what? We're in a space now where they still have to worry about this towards heavy kick. They have to worry about drive rush. They have to worry about jumping. They have to worry about gladius, right? All of our options are available to us at that range. So they have to be really kind of nervous, right? Like if they just want to backdash here, I would say let them, right? Because it isn't really harmful to us. But if you really want to chase them down, you do something like drive rush, crouch, medium punch into medium gladius. And if they have a 25 frame backdash like Marisa, they actually get hit there. Like they couldn't block, they would get hit in the backdash still. So if you have like a soul read, you know, you're like a time traveler came and told me that this Ryu that I'm playing is going to backdash here and I need to chase it down, you can do drive rush, crouch, or medium punch. Reminder though, you are -5 and drive rush, crouch, medium punch is 19 frames. So that's a 24 frame window for you to get, you know, your booty smacked. But if you have the read and you need the read, fine, you have the option is all I'm saying. Something else people might do to avoid this, because it'll beat you just kind of mindlessly going for this cancel, or excuse me, for this whiff punish, is they might jump with a button here. But again, if we're being patient and we're just kind of walking forward a little bit, not that you want to walk forward a ton after, you know, you're -5, but like if you just sort of know they play a little more passively and you're trying to walk up and take space, you can anti-air that no problem, okay? A little bit of a practical thing here. Is like, where would I ever use this? Like, okay, I'll give you a spot. So let's say you're playing a match and you land this medium punch target combo, which I'm sure happens quite often, and you go into medium slam, okay? Well, very common Oki here is going to be drive rush, stand heavy punch, which pushes at +8, which means we can go into back heavy punch and it is a block string. So you can go into something like this. Boom, boom, boom. And then if they decide they want to push, right, you get something like that. Now, I did the wrong combo because I wasn't paying attention. I'm talking, but they eat 75% almost for whiffing a button there, right? And if they decide they don't want to push anything there, again, they can end up in a really bad spot because you can do like a whole nother bar of drive damage there. If they're not paying attention to you. I'm having trouble with my hands because I'm talking. Right, but all of a sudden they've lost basically 3 bars of drive gauge, and they're still at the same spacing trap where all of a sudden, hey, I don't know if you noticed that, but that was, you know, another one of these, and we could set it up again. And they have to decide, oh, how am I going to deal with this? Like they're -5, but they're kind of taking a mix up, right? Because they can't actually pressure you. But anyway, that was just a really quick guide. Hopefully it was helpful, and as always, have a good time.